Hello there, everyone. My name is Victoria Powell, and I just wanted to do a little introduction video about myself. So, there's a lot I want to talk about. So, I figure I'll just see what comes out. And I'm really putting this out there, putting myself out there to reach people that may benefit from my personal experience. Because I know that a lot of things that I learned are also from other people's videos. And I've gone through a lot in the past couple years that I wouldn't have learned from regular school or anything like that. So, where to start? Also, last weekend, I was a presenter at the amazing Gratitude Migration Festival in Keansburg, New Jersey. And here I have my artist wristband, and it says Radical Self-Expression. Which I think is also one of the Burning Man principles. But anyway, I decided to apply to give a talk about Reiki and sound healing at the festival. And I procrastinated on what I wanted to speak about for a couple of weeks. And the night before the talk, I was still researching on Google, writing some notes about what it was that I wanted to expand my own knowledge about. And I'll just say, I know I could have done better. I was a little bit nervous speaking in front of people at a festival filled with peers that are beautiful and interested in the same things that I'm interested in. So it seems like I wouldn't have been nervous since these are pretty much open-minded people. But my heart is so tied to this passion of Reiki, metaphysical healing, and sound healing, that I sort of just had, a fear that I would be rejected or criticized or seen as crazy woo-woo. But like I said, most of the people here are open to these types of things. So I did the talk, and I was proud of myself after I did it. Even though, like I said, I want to improve so I can speak more fluently in the future. Right now, making this video feels pretty easy because you're watching, but you can't throw a tomato at me or something like that. You might click the dislike, but that's okay. Although I would like you to click the like button. Anyway, what I talked about was the equal temperament tuning system, which is the system that we use in our Western music. It's really, of course, everything is vibration. So really this is just a system that was put into place to organize the different frequencies. But I wanted to tell people that there are alternatives, especially in this day and age with computers, where a lot of people are producing music on their computer. You can arrange the frequencies in different tuning systems, but I'll get to more on that later. I also ended up just experimenting with some of the solfeggio frequencies. For example, this is 528 Hertz. So I'll play it for you and let me know how it makes you feel. I also mentioned to the audience a little bit about our human biofield or electromagnetic field, which if you're a Reiki practitioner or something like that, you probably already know about this. But some people out there don't really know. So I just mentioned a little bit about that. The fact that you can really affect somebody without touching them. Because think about it, if you are walking by a store, you are looking at someone, staring at someone, sometimes they'll sense it and they'll turn. So that's just a little example of somebody sensing energy. Alright, so I might have got a little bit sidetracked, but the other quick thing I wanted to mention is the fact that you also may know psychosomatic things that we think in our mind can manifest into our body. I personally dealt with some back pain that was sort of like in this area, manifesting in this area for a couple years. I had chronic pain, and I'm happy to say right now my pain is pretty much a 1. Say if 10 is pain, soreness, 1 is 0 is gone, it's pretty much to a 1 ever since working with my amazing coach and energy healer, Sage. And I could list more about him in the description, but he's amazing. And basically I've had success with many different healers, but he helped me the most in becoming free of this pain. And there's a special process that I would say really helped with it, and maybe I'll do that in another video. But I just wanted to introduce the idea of psychosomatic pain for somebody that may not have heard of it before. It's sort of to me, it's sort of these ways of being or thought patterns that we may have been holding on to that aren't serving us, and they're holding us back. Also, what I realized for me was that it was on the right side, which meant that's my masculine side, and the left is the feminine side. So I had some soreness on my right side. And also, another thing I wanted to talk about, the Akashic Records, which I'm so passionate about and which I love. And I actually use the pathway prayer process to access the Akashic Records, which you can do too. Even if you just purchase the book by Linda Howe, you can learn to access the Akashic Records on your own. And I actually took an intro class to help me with this, which I also recommend. But if you're interested, you can just begin learning right away. And I've found that it's been the most healing that I've ever had. And becoming whole and love, all love for myself. The more I love myself, the more I can love others, which is what I really want to do. So sometimes I even look in the mirror and say, I love you. Which reminds me, another exciting thing. There was this tent called the True Mirror at the Gratitude Migration Festival. So the True Mirror, it shows you your true self. In a normal mirror, what you're seeing is the reverse of how other people see you. So in the True Mirror, you get to see yourself how other people see you. So when I saw that, I felt like I looked at myself and just saw a different beauty that I wasn't used to seeing. So anyway, back to what I was saying. The Akashic Records are the records of your soul and the records of all that is and all that has ever existed. So it's a really unique way of accessing energy and maybe even your higher self. Okay, so the last really important thing I wanted to tell you is, now connecting the mind-body connection. Of course, we all know you can affect your biology with your thoughts, and that's true. Your biography is your biology, and thoughts become things. And maybe you even heard of the book Biology of Belief. So of course we all know that, and Reiki is very powerful and amazing for healing, but at the same time we still have to nourish our physical bodies. So that's why I wanted to tell you a little bit about these amazing vitamins that I stand by 100%. It's called Tangy Tangerine, and the company is called Longevity. And I really these I discovered when I went to California in 2015. And they just give you all of the nutrients that you really need. And and the other reason I wanted to mention is, if you're thinking about going vegan, or if you are vegan, but you may have had some family members or people just saying, where are you gonna get your calcium? Where are you gonna get your protein? All this stuff. This is a great way to make sure with your vegan diet that you're getting everything you need. And so, for example, this only has 12% calcium, but it also has vitamin B12, 16,667%. It also has chromium, selenium, copper, the amazing copper, which I also love, vitamin A, 200%, vitamin C, 2,083%. So, and the reason that it's also so rich in these minerals is because it comes from Utah, where it's making sure that they're very bioavailable for you to absorb. So the other thing is that, oh, and it also has biotin, 250%, to have some healthy hair, skin, and nails. And the last thing I wanted to say about this is oh yeah, vegan. I've been, on and off with considering being vegan for the past year. And the main reasons I really want to do it are whatever is best for my own health, as well as the environment, the earth. Because I watched the documentaries Forks Over Knives and the other one, I forgot the name, Food Inc. And I learned that really eating a plant-based diet is a lot better for the earth, especially with the way that the factory farms are. And they say that it's worse than driving a car. So that's why I'll admit I've eaten a bit of fish in the past week, but spiritually I think it's okay as long as you connect with the energy of the food and maybe say a little blessing before you eat. That's what I like to do. But even if you're not vegan, these are still amazing. So I'll give a little link below about how you can find out more about this. And I'd also love to hear from you if you're a light worker, energy healer, or Akashic Records practitioner, sound healer, even a musician. I would like to hear from you. And the other message I wanted to mention to you is don't compare yourself to others, even though this is something I need to work on myself. But what I've been learning recently is that we're all unique. We all have our own unique vibration, just like each person has their own unique DNA fingerprint. Let's see if you can see mine. You can see the little ridges in my finger. And no other human on this planet has that same fingerprint. So really, you're here for a purpose. And something that you can also do is repeat this mantra. I establish my divine presence on earth. I establish my divine presence on earth. I establish my divine presence on earth. So thank you for being here on the planet and helping to raise the vibration. And the last thing I wanted to do is pick a card for you, as it's the new moon in Leo. I love coordinating with the moon cycles and taking this time to set my intentions. And you can do this too. So for right now, just think of a little question or something you want to get some guidance about. Just close your eyes. Think of your hopes, dreams, and visions for the future. And maybe ask your question. This might be, what next steps can I take in order to make this vision a reality? And we'll see what the keepers of the light have to say. Clearing the deck of all old energy from previous readings.